Welcome to the Connected to Her Core podcast, a sacred space for women who are ready to reclaim their power, reconnect with their body, and rise from the inside out. I'm your host, Victoria, and each week we dive into what it truly means to live, move, and lead from your sacred core. Not just physically, but emotionally, energetically, and spiritually. Welcome back, friends. I'm having a little bit of a good hair day, so we're going with it. So let's begin with the truth that we're rarely told. Your core isn't just your abs. It's not just the muscles around your spine. It's not something to flatten, tone, or control. Your core is your emotional compass. It's where your gut feelings live. It's where you clench when you're feeling overwhelmed. It's where you hold fear and also where you hold your truth. And yet so many of us have been taught to ignore, tighten, or even silence that part of ourselves. We've been told to suck it in, to stand tall, to engage our core without really understanding what we're engaging with. But here's what I want to share with you today. Your core is holding more than posture. It's holding your stories. So in this episode, I want to explore 3 ways your core holds emotional wisdom and how reconnecting with this part of your body can change everything for you. Point number 1 I want to make. Your core holds your survival patterns. When you've experienced stress, trauma, or long-term overwhelm, your body adapts. And one of the first places to respond is your core and your pelvic floor. Think about it. When you're scared, you brace, you hold your breath, you clench your belly, you tighten your pelvic floor. It's not random, it's protective. Your core is trying to hold you together, literally and physically. But when bracing becomes your baseline, your body forgets how to feel safe. So healing begins by recognizing that this tension isn't wrong. It's wisdom from your body. It's your body saying something felt unsafe here. We can start to shift that pattern not by forcing our core to relax, but by bringing in safety through breath, through grounding, through presence. Here's the next thing I want to talk about. Your core reflects your emotional state. I've worked with so many women who tell me, I don't feel anything in my body, but then I ask them to place one hand on their belly and just breathe. And suddenly tears well up, a light bulb goes off in their mind, or anxiety rises, or they feel a pressure they've been ignoring for months. And that's not weakness, that's wisdom finally being heard from your body. Your core mirrors your inner world. If you're holding fear or grief or anger, it will show up there in your posture, in your digestion, in your pelvic floor health, in your breath. You don't need to fix your core. You need to feel it. You need to listen to it. You need to trust it. Because when your body feels heard, it no longer has to scream, listen to me. All right, and here's the third thing I want to touch on. Your core is a portal for spiritual embodiment. So this might surprise you, but your center isn't just physical or emotional. It's spiritual, whether you realize it or not. Your womb space as a woman, your solar plexus, your pelvic bowl, this is a sacred ground, a sacred area. It's where feminine power rises. It's where divine connection lands. And it's often where our deepest disconnection from ourselves lives. Many of us learn to ascend spiritually by leaving the body, floating above, trying to rise in a way that is disconnected us from our felt sense of being. But real spiritual embodiment happens through the body, through the belly, through the hips, through your breath. When you reclaim your core, you reclaim the bridge between your body and your soul. This is where presence becomes prayer and where the divine isn't outside of you, but within you. So this week, I invite you to get curious. What is your core trying to tell you? What have you been holding there that you're ready to release? And what would it feel like to move from your center, not from control? You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to get stronger. You simply need to reconnect with the wisdom already living inside of you, inside of your core and your center. Your center remembers, so let it speak. All right, so here's your transformational tip for the week. Your core isn't something to control. It's something to commune with. This week, I invite you to ask yourself, what have I been bracing for that's ready to be released? What truth is living in my belly that wants to be felt, not fixed? What would it feel like to move from center, not just from performance? Because this isn't about doing more. It's about returning to the wisdom that is already living inside of you. Your center, your core remembers. So let it speak to you. So thank you for being here and sharing the sacred space with me today. I appreciate it. If something inside you stirred, breathe into that. Let it rise, let it guide you back home. And inside the Core Evolution Challenge and the Sacred Core Method, we explore this connection more deeply through breath-led strength training, emotional release, and nervous system repair. So if you're ready to rebuild from the inside out, you'll find all of the details and free resources in the show notes below, including the Core Confidence Guide, your first step back to your center. So until next time, I want you to breathe deeply, soften gently, and stay connected to your sacred core.